Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Lyric, your Wild and Not Creative.
And it's Mariah.
And this is 15 Minutes with Dad, where each week you guys get to join our quirky relationship for 15 minutes, and we deep dive into crazy topics that we like to talk about. And we have multiple series that goes along with 15 Minutes with Dad. We have the Healing series. We also have the Fatherhood Speak series, and we have our podcast series, and we go and talk to you guys in the street. So without further ado, we have my friend.
Good friend.
No, take a good off. We have Juanita here. Juanita is Mariah's madre, and she has graciously agreed to join us on an episode to start off our healing series the right way. So this is going to be great, right? Safe space.
Right.
Okay. Let's get into it. Y'all ready?
Yes.
So, yes. So, I'm going to try to facilitate it. I'm going to try to give you guys some questions to kind of like navigate through it. And if y'all have things that y'all want to talk through that has nothing to do with the question that I asked, feel free to shut me up and keep on going. Okay?
So do we say like shut up, or do we say like
don't say shut up.
What do we do?
You don't say shut up.
I'm not gonna say shut up.
Okay, let's just make that very.
You could say it.
You don't say shut up either because you very close to my elbow. You in the elbow room. Don't say shut up.
So are you?
All right.
Wait,
so short arms.
What do we do?
All right. So it's more of a feeling. I'm gonna know that you guys are, y'all are talking, and I'm just gonna like pull myself out of the conversation. Let me scoot back a tad bit because I'm in the way of you guys. So my first question, and what is your favorite memory of Mariah that you have?
Moment of silence. The favorite, like, I think the birth part was pretty.
That's your favorite memory is when you birthed and you had her?
Yes. Her weight. I'll never forget that. But anyways, what is a good memory with Mariah?
You be thinking as well. What is a memory that you have? You know, mom's not into the podcast space as hard as we are, but so she's on the spot. She's probably about to cry before she even starts talking.
Go, Mariah, you can say.
Oh, I was gonna say that one time when I think it was like last year. I know it's probably bad because it's so recent, but like
it's a memory.
Like last year, whenever we had went to the mall, like just us two, and like we had went. I forgot what we did, but I don't even think we. Oh yeah, we did buy something. We bought like the Batman jacket.
Oh, we went to the mall because it was Christmas time.
Yeah.
We went for you for Christmas. This is the last time I actually seen
Was it Christmas? No.
It was before Christmas, I think, or after.
It was for my birthday.
Do you remember when she went down? Was it your birthday?
Yeah, it was for the summer. It was like an early birthday, I think, or like I forgot when it was.
It was during the birthday time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but yeah, I think it was for my birthday. But yeah, whenever we went to the mall and stuff like that, I thought that was pretty fun. We ate some food.
So what made that memory memorable to you? What made it memorable to you? Like, what made it so strong?
I think it's cause that was like probably one of the first times that we've hung out, like just us two, you know, like without Carmen, Jordan, Jaden. No offense, I love you guys, but yeah. But I feel like that was probably like the first time that we, like, it was just us two that hung out and stuff.
We also did that this time, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, those are definitely good memories. We had fun, our laughs, our conversations. I cried.
And why do you feel like that is important to you, like that? So that what made that memorable is that was the first time you guys hung out, you know, mother-daughter times, like by yourselves. Like that's what made it special, but why is it important that you have that time with your mom?
I don't know.
Quality time, Mom.
Yeah, I guess like quality time and stuff like that. But like, I'm not gonna cry. But I don't know.
Good.
Like,
we ain't get deep yet. This is the surface.
But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it was like Yeah.
Yeah, it was just powerful. Just that time together.
Yeah. Cause I don't like we've never done that before, so like doing that kind of, yeah.
How does it make you feel?
Good.
Knowing that, there's something. Like and I'm not going to put my experience in here, but I think like as parents, like when a child can take a moment and can remember it, it makes us feel like we do something right. In a world that challenges us to feel like we're raising our kids wrong every step of the way. All right, so you have your memory. Ooh, my voice cracked.
Not the voice crack, but that's crazy.
Do you have a memory that like is your favorite memory of Mariah?
I have a lot of memories, like when she first went to school. Those were good memories of her. Hi, Mariah, with her crazy hair.
Oh my god.
What was your favorite?
Favorite. I don't really know which one. I don't really know.
Your all favorites?
Yeah, pretty much.
Favorites. All right. So let's dive a little bit deeper.
Oh gosh.
What is your least favorite memory?
You can go first.
Dang. Dang. What is your least favorite memory? And this doesn't have to be, it's not like saying, hey, she did something wrong, but it's maybe like a moment that you guys experienced together that you felt could have gone differently.
Well, my least favorite memory is obviously Mariah leaving. Those are horrible memories.
And why is that?
Because I feel like every child needs their parents. Not even just to be together, they still need their parents, like mom or dad or grandma, grandpa. You still need
Family,
yeah, to be around.
And when she wanted to come and live with me, what feelings or thoughts that went through your head at that moment, like with how you felt about yourself?
First, it was hard, but I also had a talk with Mariah and explained to her that, like, if she wanted to go and live with her dad, like, it was fine. Like, we had our agreement.
You know I'm her dad, right? You can say the word you.
You.
Right, I know. I was like,
well, obviously, they know that. But yeah, of course, it was definitely hard. I mean, Mariah knows, like, I love her no matter what, even with my other crazy kids. But, yeah, so.
It sounds like you're trying not to go deep. You're trying not to, like...
No. So, yeah.
'Cause obviously, it's not the best memory, right? So that's understandable. What about you?
where do I start now? I'm joking. I'm
Dang! What is this? This ain't Jerry Springer. Chill.
Oh my God.
Chill, guys. No, I'm joking.
I don't know what my least favorite memory is. Honestly.
Is this a safe space? Are you open to hearing or?
It's not even that. It's just I don't want to be like putting like the business on.
I mean, I get that. It's not even. It doesn't have to be specifics, right? It doesn't. I would rather you not put sensitive stuff that is like that out. But we all have memories that we don't like. Like I can throw mine in there just to kind of break the ice in this conversation. That, like, with my least favorite memory. With my mom was when I was like maybe 4 or 5, and we visited her in Houston for the first time. We drove from Beaumont to Houston, which is about 90-something miles. We got there and all the kids kind of like ran to her and hugged her and everything, and I felt like it was like almost my first time like memorable, like having a memory of visiting her and seeing like, oh, this is my mother, because I've always heard stories. And so we got there and we giving hugs, and I hugged her, and then I guess I hugged her a little bit too tight because she said something on the lines of like, don't get too comfortable, or like don't like
Like attached.
Yeah, don't get too attached or something along the lines. And I remember like crying all the way back to Beaumont in that statement. And like in retrospect, she probably didn't mean it the way that I took it. Because I had to go back to Beaumont, but my mom didn't want me to think that I was staying with her. But that also was like a rejection moment for me. And so that's forever my least favorite memory about my mom. My dad, I don't have a memory about him to have the worst of him not being there. So that's my least favorite memory of my parents. How do you feel? Still don't have one? Let's move on. We can move on. 'Cause it's hard, right? This is hard conversations. Let's talk about
So it's like, I don't remember what I was gonna say, but anyways, how do you like living out here with your dad?
I like it. I think it's more like. Hold on, this sounds selfish. Hold on, I gotta rethink what I was about to say, cause.
I think it's important that you just say how you feel.
I know, but I don't.
You try to reword it, it's gonna take forever because you don't have it's late and you don't have the mind to kind of think through complex thoughts at this point. So.
I feel like I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean at that, but I feel like now I get more attention. Like I'm trying not to sound like a brat or anything like that, or anything like, but.
Well, you gotta think about it too. You're the only child to your dad.
True. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, I feel like also like the fact that I'm like the only child. Well, I was the only child. Like not like I was the only child. Like there's more like time spent and put into me to where like I can better myself. Not like saying like whenever I was there, like there was no like attention on me and like I was not loved or anything like that. But like if like it's easier to like being like only like just me for right now, it's like easier to kind of like look into myself without. No, I'm rambling on. Like.
You want me to help? Want me
Like
to chime
you
in?
can become sports-wise, like your daddy's there for you for sports and like to help you, and he pays a lot attention to you and knowing what you have to do and where you got to be and what time you got to be there and your games and your schedules and all the money you charge him.
Yeah.
They charge you.
It's also that too. Like right now I'm his only child, so all the money can be spent on me. But
it's not about me. It's not about me. It's not my healing session. We'll talk about that later. Nah.
but like whenever, obviously like when I'm with you, it's like them three. So it's like I feel like if I was like living with you, I probably wouldn't be able to be like in a lot of basketball. Or, like as much stuff as I am in now, I probably wouldn't be able to do it because obviously you gotta pay for them. And like,
well, that's
stuff like that.
kind of not true because you don't know what I go through in life out there. You know what I go through when I talk to you on the phone. You listen to my problems whenever I need someone to talk to. You're there for me, and I'm there for you. So yeah.
I mean, it's and again, I'm not in this, but I'm facilitating. So, and what she's saying is that she understands that. Like by default, when there's more kids, the attention is spread thin, and when you have toddlers and younger kids, the attention is extremely spread thin because they require attention for safety, and so that takes away from the child that can be safe without attention or can be relatively safe because safe is questionable, but a child that can be safe. Is more likely to not, like, oh, she's mature, she can take care of herself. But at the same time, like we talked about at the table, like every child requires this load of attention. But as a parent, we are split into these pieces, and navigating this attention thing is always a challenge. It's a challenge now, like just, because we have, Abraham, who's our middle child. Like, he's the middle child at this point, and he's like, like, hey, like, I want some too. Like, can I, like, I need a hug too, like stuff like that. And it's not like it's annoying or it's like he shouldn't do it. It's just him requiring, as a human being, as a growing child, him requiring attention. And so, like, obvious, like with her being, what she's saying, her being my only child, I don't have any other distractions. Not saying distraction, that's really terrible. I'm not calling kids distractions, but I don't have any other split of attention to give to her. And I think you and I had a conversation about that. Like, hey, like, she's growing of age where she would like or need to be into things. And I don't have, like, it's one thing that, to pay for it, but it's another thing to make sure that she's developing in it and to really reach or to feel like she can reach her goals. Not saying that you were incapable of doing that. It was a thing that is harder for you that would take away the value that she needs or take away the value that she could potentially have over time. Like, you could give her attention, right? You can give her this amount of time throughout her life. And it's not just monetary. I'm talking about, like, conversations whenever, if she wanted to have a deep conversation about something, you can get into a conversation, but a few seconds in, you got a toddler coming to yell at you and to tell on another kid and on one of the other siblings because they're doing something, and you have to go do conflict management with them. And so, like, there's that whole split. And I still don't know how my sister does it. Because I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to learn, right? But that's what I'm saying.
That's things that, like, Mariah she should understand. Like, I'm not a mother of one child. I'm a mother of 4. So it's not like there's no way for Mariah to get all this attention. Like, it isn't as easy as she would think it would be.
Understood.
Like, financially, just everything.
Right. No. So, like, and I don't want you to take it as a sense of defense. It's to make you get defensive to say that you are not doing this right. What we're saying is that every person, regardless on the situation, has a requirement. When you get into a relationship with somebody, you have a requirement on what makes you feel like you're in a relationship. If they do not meet those standards, you have to decide, okay, I'm going to break up with this person, or I'm going to keep on working on it, or I'm going to be like, you know what, I don't care about my needs. I'm just going to be with this person to be with this person, right? So, like, everybody has requirements of something. And with a child growing up, especially a young girl, like, there are needs that has to be met in certain spaces. I'm not saying that you did not meet those needs, right? So don't, like, this is not about me. But I'm just trying to explain what she was saying. And even though she understands it and understands where you're coming from, she understands the situation because we both were broke. Like, she understands the situation. It's the like, even though she understands it, that environment still has an impact on her. It doesn't take away from the environment impacting the child the way that it impacts. Does that make sense? So even if she understands and say, Mom, it's fine, I understand. Like, if there was a time in life where we couldn't provide food for her, she wouldn't eat. She's our child. She would be like, okay, I understand, we can't eat tonight, right? But it still will make her malnourished. She'll still starve. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And so that's where we're kind of going with that statement. I want to explain to you because I don't want you to feel defensive or feel like somebody, like she's attacking you with the statement. She's putting it out there in a way that she best know how, but I'm just trying to put it into context so that you understand that it's not about saying that you did terrible. The circumstances were the circumstances, and we understand that, but we made decisions to kind of make, and you, like, made sacrifices to make that happen. And, and we just kind of, like, had to navigate it the best way we possibly could. And so I don't want you to be defensive, okay?
I'm not.
Okay, don't be mad at me. We're still good. We're still good. Guys, we're still good.
So how would it make you feel, like, if you have, like, more basketball games, or, like, if you join volleyball, or, like, even music or stuff like that, and I'm not able to come down here, or, like, it's been so hard even to be down here, like, just to fly down here. What if I'm not able to, like, make it to any of your events? Like, how does it make you feel towards me? Again, you got to think about it. Like, my life isn't just focused on Mariah like the way it would be with your daddy. So, like, you gain, like, this I guess, like, does it make you not love me more? Like, how do you feel towards me?
I don't think, like, it doesn't really make me feel any type of way towards you. It's just like before, like, obviously, like, before you came down here, like, right now, like, I had, like, I had no expectations for you to actually go to any of my events. So it was kind of like I had no feelings toward, like no, like, heart, like, no hard feelings is dumb. Like, no, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I had no bad feelings or anything like that. It just kind of became normalized, I guess, for me.
But
Like,
I'm sure it bothered you.
yeah, but I understood, because I was like, okay, well, you have Carmen, Jordan, Jaden, and then you know, you got everybody down there. So it's like, it's kind of, and it's like, you know, we're over 1,000 miles away. It's kind of hard.
How does it make you feel like my mom she didn't try hard enough, or like she doesn't care?
Well, yeah, I guess I did feel like that, but, like, not like, it wasn't like, I don't have, like, it wasn't like a grudge or anything like that. It was just more like if I had stuff online, like the saxophone thing, that I was really like, that I was like, oh yeah, my mom probably just doesn't care about what I do, or like anything like that.
How did it make you feel whenever, I guess, it was over and we did talk and I told you, like, you know, our time thing got mixed up, or it isn't like I intentionally meant to do it.
Yeah.
It was a misunderstanding from...
I was still kind of mad. I don't want to say it was fine and stuff like that, but I was still like kind of... What?
No, I didn't say anything. I just looked over because she was like a misunderstanding with.
But, like, I guess, like, I was a little upset because I feel like, I don't know. Like, you could have... I don't know.
No, go ahead and say it. This is the she asked you a question. Give her the answer that she's asking for. You felt that?
I could have.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Those 2 words.
I don't know. I feel like you could have, like asked, like, whenever we were giving you the information, you could have asked, like, oh, is that your time, is that my time, sort of thing. Like, instead of waiting, like, the last minutes to figure out the timing stuff or anything like that. And then, yeah. And I think we talked about it, too. Like, beforehand. About the timing stuff. And that's why I was a little more upset. Yeah.
That you had the benefit thing that you guys were doing that day as well.
What benefit?
No, it wasn't that.
Y'all were selling plates that day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so...
Valerie and somebody else was selling, like, you guys were all, like, selling plates for, I don't know who it was.
So that should be like a kind of understanding as well to Mariah. But then in the kids' eye, like, you know, they still want their parent to be present.
Right. So let's dive into that, right? So I'm not a therapist, but let's dive into it. And so say for instance something happens. You tell Mariah, okay, I'm gonna do this thing, and then something comes up, right? And you tell your child, okay, I can't do that because this thing happened. And you want that child to understand that thing came up, and you can no longer adhere to that obligation that you said because this thing came up, right? Mm-hmm. However, I would argue that there are times that we should be mindful that we said something to that child, and no matter what, there's nothing that can come on the other end of that to really to take away from that time. So, like, there are times when things have come up, even with me, you know, being the owner before I even got with Alma. Like, there are things that would come up and would be like threatening the time that I said that I was going to be. Oh, I'm going to be at this performance, or I need to be at this performance, and something to come up, or hey, I need you to come and do this, or like whatever that may be. But there is nothing like that is understandable about anything other than, like, when it comes to a child and a parent, like, there's nothing when your words come out of your mouth and say, I'm going to do something, and then something comes up and then you don't do it. There's no way that anybody can understand it. If I told you, you know, like, or if, you know, somebody's like, oh, I'm going to go and, I got this money, I'm going to go buy you this car tomorrow. Get you all excited. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to buy you this car. It's going to be dope. It's going to be like a Lamborghini Gallardo. It's going to be the best car, fast as heck. Get you all excited about it, but then the day comes and then be like, oh, yeah, I can't get you that car because I got a cake in the oven that I gotta go do at the time I said I was gonna take it to go get the car, so I can't make it. Like I'm just doing a crazy, stupid example. I thought it was good though. Right?
That was sure.
I couldn't buy your car because I had to make a cake.
No.
But I say that like I put it into that situation like
No,
saying that.
like Mariah's older, so she has to understand. Like it's
But for how long?
Now I'm saying now she does now, maybe because she's a little older, but.
But for how long and how many times do she have to understand? All the time?
I mean, I'm not saying all the time. Like people make mistakes, and like there's times when things happen. Like I can be like trying to get somewhere and I get in a car wreck. Like you have to understand that and like.
That's
like, okay.
different though. Like that's
Exactly.
that's a unforeseen circumstance that take place that will hinder your life from being able to attend. But
That's what I'm saying,
has
like,
that benefit?
Even like if I was on my way here and like I got in a car wreck and didn't make it to the airport, Mariah would have been like,
more concerned that you were in a car wreck and you were hurt rather than you coming here.
how do you know that? I'm not asking you, I'm asking her.
I'm just telling you. My bad, bro. Just facilitating. Go ahead.
Yeah, like you said, like, I feel like I'd be more concerned about, you know, you being okay, like, rather than coming to see me play. Because obviously, like, yeah, I have other games, like, in the future. So I'd rather, you know, you being okay to actually see my future games.
I
and
get
stuff
that,
like
but if I would have not made it down here, you probably would have been upset.
Give us
Even though I know,
some
like,
reasoning on why
checking on
not.
my health. Because I haven't been down here to see one of her games, and that's what she wanted.
But so to put it into better perspective, because I'm coming. This is me taking off my facilitator hat, putting on my dad hat real quick. So
I didn't know you had two different hats. Okay.
all right. So to put it into perspective, right? This gesture of you coming out is to unravel the other gestures that have taken place, right? So when we used to live in Houston, when we did live in Houston, and she did have things, like you didn't attend any of those as well.
Yeah, a lot
right?
of it had to do with work.
Touche, I understand that.
Okay.
But how much would it cost you to say or to not to because we could obviously get the dates ahead of time to
Okay.
plan your time around that, right? So like
I get
I
that.
understand that we have to work. I understand that, like I get that because like it's always been a challenge, but even for me to navigate, like whether it's like me picking up Mariah every day to make sure she gets home, because like that's my time. Like, but what I'm saying is that there is.
You also have only one child to deal with.
I understand, but you have another significant other that live with you, taking care of those other kids.
Or school-wise, Mariah was also in a different school and way on the other side of town.
Touche. But even before that, when she was at Pew, right, she had stuff while she was at Pew. She played basketball since Pew,
Okay.
which was down the street from you.
Yeah.
Right, and
she
so
lived with me.
I know that, and so what I'm saying is that this gesture of you coming out wasn't to say like she just wanted you to come out here. It was more of a like, yo, will my mom sacrifice time and things that she has to do, situations that can come about to pull her back and make her change her mind? Can she sacrifice that time to come and see me? Whether she played basketball or not, the basketball was the icing on the cake, I feel like. And that's like conversations that we've had, and that's the only thing
Yeah,
I'm
even
talking
if she didn't play basketball, I was still gonna make a trip out here.
Right. I'm saying, like, you were going to make a trip, but I know that if, like, as you said before, like, okay, I got to work, or I got to do this, or I got to do this. All of that stuff is still going to be there, even if you come and see your child.
Yeah, but now I have a different business, so like work is a little easier to work around my own schedule. then I didn't have a choice then. Like, I had to be at work.
And that's completely understandable. Nobody's saying that.
To an adult it is, to a child it isn't.
But I'm saying it doesn't matter. Like, I work too.
I get that.
I was not unemployed. When Mariah was living with you and I had to go and take her to practice or go to basketball, like take her to the games or even like whatever that may be, it wasn't about, like, I had jobs too, but it was on weekends.
Okay.
So I'm saying that, like, even though that is the case, like, I worked, you worked, but it's more about, like, I get it, like, even to take care of a household, you have to make money.
Our lives are totally different. Like,
and I understand that.
2 different households, like, way different.
Food different.
Kid, like I'm saying, like kid-wise, like raising them, and this is what I always try to tell Mariah. Like, you are not the only child. Like, you were for a while, but then Carmen came along and Jordan and Jaden. So like life was never easy. So Mariah has to kind of, I mean, still to this point, like it's gonna be hard to get back out here again. And I don't know when I do want to come out here in like 6 months or something. Just come out, visit for like a weekend and go back. Like, I feel like when Mariah goes, like, she goes big to the WNBA. Plan on making it out there to her games. Proud of her, like she's came a long way and she has a good shoulder on her head on her shoulder. She has a good head on her shoulder.
What?
I have to do the head, shoulders, knees, and toes song real quick just to make sure.
Oh my God. You know what I mean?
Float on her head. What?
It's late. No, but no, so before we end this episode, I want you to know that, like, you end this episode and not just end off the spill. Like, tell your mom something that you want her to leave this conversation with. And then I want you to tell Mariah something. Oh God. I want you to tell Juanita something. Tell Mariah something that you would like for her to leave this conversation with.
You go first.
I did a lot of talking already. Okay, so it's pretty much like I kind of already told you, like, I'm proud of you and I want you to go big. That's your goal, to go big. So keep pushing hard. Don't give up. Times are always going to get hard. It's never going to be easy. If you ever need me, I'm always going to be here for you. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
There it is. The waterworks now, dude. All right, now you.
Oh, this is dumb. Not this.
The water falling out of your face is dumb.
Yes.
Dumb tears.
Dumb tears, bro. Oh my God. I guess, well, I want you to lose conversation with. I'm also very proud of you on how far you've came from, you know, how we used to be, like.
Southeast. Sorry. Continue.
Like, you know, from like how you used to live and stuff like that. Like, I'm really proud of you and how far you've come, you know. And I can like also see like your growth, you know, mentally and everything like that. And I'm proud of you and how far you've came with that. And I also really appreciate you and everything you've done. And appreciate you coming out to see me play. You know, coming to hang out with me and stuff like that too, as well.
And thank you for kicking me the other day. Insane.
Oh my God.
It's abusive, guys. It's abusive. And is that you have anything else to say?
No. Oh yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to say.
Okay. So before you leave, I don't want you to leave this conversation feeling like you are less than or that you are inadequate or not like a value add to her life. You know, like there are statements that you've made, and you know when you say like if you ever need me, like she'll always need you. That's not even a if. She'll always need you. She'll always be your first little baby girl, chubby cheeks, stinky butt. Sorry, dang, I just put you
bro,
off.
why?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Bro, you just went off for no reason, bro.
My bad, I put you all out there.
That's crazy.
But no matter what part that I play in her life, I will only be dad. I can never be mom, and I've never tried to be mom. I will never try and like fill in your role. I make it very apparent that regardless on where life takes us, that your role in her life is extremely important. And I make sure that it's my like passion to make sure that she is fully poured into, right? So she needs her dad to pour into her. She also needs her mother to pour into her. So I don't want you to leave this conversation feeling like less than or inadequate or unimportant, because you are. And I'm not just saying that because the camera's on.
Is it on?
It is on. Even now, though I personally don't like you, but no, like you're important in her life, and I want you to like, and I feel that the moment that you feel strong in that position, regardless how much you give or whatever that is, whatever you have to give is important, and stand strong in it. Be powerful in the fact that, like, you raised her. You know? Whatever situation happened, the environment, whatever that may be, you gave her the best that you can give of what you had. You know what I'm saying? So be proud of that, and don't pull back or feel like you're less than or that you're not valuable. Your presence in her life is extremely valuable. Okay? You not mad at me?
No, I don't even like you.
Bet. You not mad at me?
Oh, I'm mad at you.
Y'all good? Y'all copacetic?
That was sad. That was sad, bro.
Well, guys, this is episode 2. This is the Healing Series, season 2 of 15 Minutes with Dad, where we call the Healing Series. So thank y'all for joining us. Again, this is Mariah. This is
Juanita.
Juanita. And again, thank y'all for joining 15 Minutes with Dad. Love. No, you end it off. I want you to say it.
Peace.
Nope. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Say it. Say it
I
out
was
loud.
saying peace. You said no.
No, it's the love, peace, and chicken grease.
You gotta say the love.
In that order.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Yeah, y'all take care. Hey, Tom, gang, gang.